Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moonride. As you can see, I'm out here in nature. I really want to recommend that you do your best to get out here in nature. Trust me, it's a little bit tricky. I've got my laptop kind of tilted and stuff like that. Hoping the wind doesn't blow over. Hope no deadly snakes attack me while my eyes are closed. But I kind of bring up these random issues because in the past couple of days, a lot of people I'm talking to are feeling a lot of pressure. They're depressed. I haven't been so messed up since I was 19 years old, thinking you're a fraud, thinking you're a fake. If you're going through this right now, it probably is because that we're right at the brink of a total breakthrough. And the dark forces that are present in the universe are really trying to mess us up. So if you are having these feelings of imposter syndrome, or you're really, having a tough time getting out of bed and stuff, you're not alone. Really powerful people are also experiencing this. My advice is humor. The spirits have been sending me lots of jokes, lots of funny images and stuff like that, and that has the ability to just snap us all out of it. So I really recommend that you go there, and if you do get a chance, go out into nature. It'll sort of revitalize you, and ask Spirit for help if you're feeling down. Ask them to send you a little bit of love. Right now, I'd like to send my love out to Californians, who are suffering in this fire. I hope you will too. Our friends out there, Linda G and Kirsten, I'm just sending lots of love and energy to you guys. I know this is a really tough time for people in California. Uh, Thanks so much if you can contribute a little bit to this love for all our friends out there in California. All right. So, Spirit, can you tell me what's next? What is next for America? And Spirit, could you please not let it rain on my laptop? All right. Okay. Okay. William Barr. Some time ago, we had this whole William Barr experience. What's he gonna do? I kind of felt like I'd really messed up on Barr. That I kind of saw him, with Mueller, then away from Mueller, then coming back to Mueller, and we haven't seen the coming back to Mueller part. It looked like I was wrong. Lots of people were wrong. But you know what? I'm getting the feeling, like many things, it's just premature. We think that they're wrong, but it's because we haven't yet had enough time, hasn't evolved. So I wonder if any of us were actually correct about Barr, that he might actually turn a corner. But okay, we'll get my ego out of the way here. Let's just see. What do we have to know about Barr? Barr is looking ashamed. Barr has a pair of handcuffs. The handcuffs are interesting. Like, there's a handcuff for a guy inside the jail. Barr is outside the jail, but he's handcuffed to the guy in the prison. And the guy in the prison is Trump. So he's there looking at his handcuffs. And I think he's starting to realize that he made a mistake. And that maybe he was convinced that he was pursuing a honest path for America, but he's changing his mind. I think he's investigated it, and now he's starting to reconsider. And he's looking at his wrist and saying, "Why am I handcuffed to this guy? I don't need to go to jail." And he's looking very sheepish, like he made a mistake. Let's see. Okay, it's almost like he's in the aisle of the prison. On the other side of the prison is there's sort of another wall here, or I should say another set of bars, which he's looking at like, I could just leave. And that Trump is like pulling his arm into it. It's like a demon from hell. He's glancing at the exit. Hey, how do I get out of here? There's a guy at the other side of the bars that has a key that can let him go. And he's there going, well, ooh, and you know who it is? It's Adam Schiff. Adam shifts there with the key like, well, you can get out of it. You could get out of it. You might be able to avoid prison. Are you willing to come to me? Or are you willing to ask me to come to you? That's what he is saying. Shift, and shifts there with the key. It's as easy as asking, man. Are you going to do it, Bar? He's thinking about this right now. And he's really ashamed. He's embarrassed to ask. But he is asking Schiff, could you please come over here and let me go? And Schiff's there like, well, can tell the truth. Okay. So universe, I didn't mention wind. We chill on the wind. I tell you, man, the forces are out, man. They're gonna make sure we don't get it done. And let this video be an example. You gotta be tough. You gotta just work on through negativity, right? All right. So, can we know any more about Barr? Man, are the Republicans pissed. As Barr's changed his mind. And you know, when I say angry, I say pissed, it's not just that. It's like they're freaked out. Like Barr was the guy who they thought would back him up, and they're really angry because they're so freaked out. They're like, oh my God, there's nothing backing Trump. Barr's gonna turn. That's what they're saying in this place. I think Barr might actually. I see him testifying, and I think Barr might actually testify and wind up testifying against the Donald. You know what? It's like Barr's holding a knife. He's like, it's this or suicide. Those are my options. And he looks really ashamed, like he's embarrassed to have to say the truth here, but those are his choices. His wife is noticing that Barr can't sleep at night anymore. And she's pretty much, she knows what's going on. And she's like, look, man. Interestingly enough, there is a layer of what's the right thing to do. There is a layer to this wife of Barr that's sort of going, you know, we do need to do the right thing here. It's like, you know, there's these people who pretend to be religious and they're not. They're really just out for power. But I think she's somewhere in the middle, or at least she's been convinced. Or, you know, religious forces, great spiritual forces, I think, are working on her soul to, I don't know, you know, what's the right thing to do. Not to mention, I think she cares about her husband, and she's worried. And she knows he doesn't want to talk about it. And she's going to do it anyway. She's going to say, look, man, we got to do something. This is serious. Like she's saying, I'm not going to visit you in prison for the rest of your life. Right? Do we know anything more about Barr? Is he really going to testify, Spirit? Is he really going to testify? He's slamming his fist on the table. And he's like, damn it. I think Trump did something. Trump fooled him somehow. And it wasn't just the song and dance that Trump gave and he really believed this nonsense. I think one thing that's happened, well, let's just ask, did he go find something out? Yeah, he found something out. He went there, something, maybe in Florida. I don't know where he went. He went someplace and he found something out. And it might be that he found out that Trump was full of it when he was saying there were these other forces, deep state stuff. He didn't find anything. He couldn't find anything. He looked around, he couldn't find any deep state stuff. There's nothing there. And he's going to have to come back and report that there's nothing there. And he knows how serious this is going to be. And he's kind of warned Trump, and Trump has responded with such fury that he doesn't want to go back to Trump and talk about it anymore. So he's kind of working on his own. It's just working upon his soul, considering, really a lifetime behind bars. Seductive woman, and it's like, maybe that's just a Trump as a seductive woman, but he realizes, like, hey, I was seduced. I was seduced by Jezebel, and the Jezebel is Trump. It will destroy the Republicans when he does this, and it's looking pretty close. Spirit, when can we know? When will Barr really go to town here? I don't know why I get March. It seems like some time away. Is it really in March 2020? Something more will happen in December. Trump will pressure him to sign and do something, and he won't do it. So it'll build and build and build and build. Is he going to call Schiff? I get Pelosi, too. He might be talking to Pelosi at some point. Not yet, but at some point. He's really thinking about his options here. Barr may try to redeem himself. I get that he likely will try to redeem himself. It's like he's got a halo, and you have to pick it back up and put it back in place. All right. Thanks for watching.